We're a long ways from that. Uh-oh. High and deep to right. See ya.
Okay, so this play has gotten a whole lot of attention on social media. Again, a lot of people have sent it to me, asked me for my opinion. So if you didn't see the game, it's Grand Canyon against Nebraska. It's an 8-4 game here. We've got the bases loaded in the bottom of the fifth. And Grand Canyon hits an absolute bomb grand slam to tie the game. Now, as the runner is running down the base line, he still has his bat here, and he's going to give, that's a pretty good bat flip. Right, so he gives a pretty good bat flip right there. Now he's going to round first base. As he rounds first, we can't hear what he's saying, but we can see him making some type of gesture here. And I'm going to play it normal speed, and it looks like he's yelling something, and he's looking this way, whether he's looking to this guy or to this guy. You've got the pitcher looking at him, so I think he's saying something to the pitcher. Now he's going to continue to round the bases. He doesn't say much the rest of the way, but as he comes home here, you can see the umpire is going to bring the umpires together, and he's going to eject the player right here. So he says, "You're gone." So they throw him out. Team gets all excited. I don't think they've realized yet that he's been ejected, but they soon will. And so a lot of people have said, why are we throwing out someone for a bat flip? So here's my thoughts on this. The first thing is you have to have some context. So the night before, both teams were jarring back and forth, and there was almost a fight on the field. And so both teams were warned before the game that there wasn't going to be any antagonizing the other team. My thought is, if this is game one and we get this type of jog and little bat flip here, and even if we get, a little jar in here at the other team, what we end up getting is probably a warning at that point. So the umpires probably come in, tell both coaches, hey, we're going to knock it off. We're not going to have any more talking to the other team. Let's just play baseball. But since the night before there was already almost a fight, the umpire's job is to make sure that things don't escalate and we actually do have an on-field fight. And again, I don't think it's so much the bat flip that did this. I do think it was probably more of the chirping or yelling or whatever he said to either that first baseman or the pitcher that did it. Now, as a coach personally, I don't have a problem with players bat flipping, but I do get upset when players talk to the other team. And that's not just the other team talking to my team, but my team talking to the other team. So I know there's trash talking in other sports. Basketball, there's a lot of trash talking. Football, there's a lot of trash talking. But baseball, historically, there's really not trash talking during the game. And so I always make sure, and I know a lot of coaches make sure, that their team keeps anything that they say towards their own teammates and not towards the other team. And I do think that's the way the game should be played. I think the game should be played the right way with passion and energy. And again, if you want a bat flip and you're emotional, that's fine. But I do think as a coach, it's your responsibility to make sure that your players aren't talking trash to the other team. And the umpires also have to do a good job of monitoring this because things can get out of hand. I've seen games get out of hand where pitchers start throwing baseballs at hitters' heads with the intention of hurting them. And when you're talking about guys that can throw the ball 90 plus miles an hour, that can be really, really dangerous for hitters. I know not everyone's going to agree with that, and some people will say just let them play. But I think that you can play with emotion and passion without having to trash talk the other team. And in this situation, if the umpires had already given warnings and told each team that we're not going to antagonize the other team, and then we have somebody go and do that, again, not so much with the bat flip, but with the whatever that verbal was from the first baseman to the pitcher, well then, I think you can eject the player to make sure things don't escalate. So that's my thoughts on this play. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you later.